I started playing guitar when I was 10, 11 years old. There's a lot of musicians in my family, and my dad bought me a guitar and thought, there's got to be some musical talent in there somewhere. And I did not take to it right away, but eventually I found my way to fingerstyle guitar, and that really was what opened my mind to the power of music, and I just thought it was so cool to be able to play guitar in that way. And then I ended up deciding to go to school for classical guitar without really knowing much about it at all. So I kind of went from playing older blues and kind of folk rock and Fleetwood Mac, stuff like that, and then went into playing, Bach and lots of modern classical guitar players, Barrios and Villalobos and Brouwer would be a few. And then after I graduated from college, I went back to writing my own stuff, and that kind of combines the two styles. So it's kind of older guitar players like Jorma Kekkonen, Lindsey Buckingham, Leo Kottke, and then combining that with classical guitar technique, basically. So it's kind of this bridge between, older sounds, and then I guess really old sounds like classical. So I try to throw in some more modern stuff as well, but it's kind of an interesting blend of things. So. I love Swedish death metal, so that would be Opeth, Insomnium, Winter Sun, In Flames, bands like that for kind of 90s to early 2000s metal groups, and I just love the intensity and the drama in that music, so I try to put some of that into my playing as well. So that's where some of the digging deep, some of the loud crescendos, kind of writing pieces that are sort of cinematic journeys, so they go kind of all over the place, and they're 5 minutes long, and some of them are longer even. I think my longest song is like 9 minutes or something. So I just try to put whatever I can into the music and don't really worry too much about its accessibility or financial viability, and just kind of try to write what I want. And to me, that's what music's all about, is trying to express what you want to hear, and that's what art is. And if other people enjoy it, so much the better. If not, it's really a personal, expressive journey for me anyway. I think it goes back to a term I used earlier, art music, which means music that is created for an artistic purpose as opposed to a commercial purpose. A lot of pop music, of course, can be both, but it tends to be trying to write music that other people will like, as opposed to art music, which is trying to write music that is expressive of your own personal sensibilities. To me, that actually is what heavier music also is doing, and that's what classical music is as well. That's why actually a lot of heavy metal bands tend to listen to classical music a lot, and they'll often cite that as one of their influences. And then I think the same thing happens with fingerstyle guitar, because of just the nature of how your brain has to work in order to write fingerstyle guitar music. I think you have to approach music in more of this reflective way, but also thinking about things in a more progressive, sort of expansive way, which prog rock, heavy metal, fingerstyle guitar, and classical music all kind of have in common. So I think that's why there's a surprising amount of overlap, even though the actual sonic landscape is totally different for those genres, but there is a sensibility in the writing of them that is very much the same.